Hello everybody, this is Jamie the Board Game Man here. Today we're going to go way back to 1975 when I was a measly 1-year-old. This game is from Milton Bradley, it's 2 to 4 players, and it's the game where it's a sinister cloud swallowing up ships, so be careful. Ships and vessels have been disappearing from this for many, many years, and now it has become a board game. It is called the Bermuda Triangle. The sinister mystery cloud swallows ships. All right. Well, let's see if we can make it over to the gamers table so I can show you how to play Bermuda Triangle. Okay, here we are, everybody. Here is the Bermuda Triangle all laid out, ready to go. It's a pretty good sized board, so it just barely fits on my camera, but I think I got pretty much everything in there, it looks like. Let me go over the components real quick, and then I'll show you how to play. What you got is, well, first and foremost, the elephant in the room here is the cloud. And this cloud is actually really cool. As you can see, it moves around the board, and it will swallow up ships along the way. I will show you how that works in a moment, as soon as I finish off the components. You also have little ships, and the little ships have little magnets on the top, as you can see here, and that's what's going to be gobbled up by the cloud. It also comes with one die. You also have your spinner, and the spinner is what controls the cloud. And you also have these goods cards. As you can see, you have 4 different ports. You have lumber, sugar, bananas, and oil. And then you have these cards that you place face up, and it'll show you how much you will receive if you pick up that amount, or pick up that good. The dollar amounts are all different. So, for instance, if you come over here and pick up lumber, you'll pick up $30,000 for this piece of lumber, but the next one could be more, $70,000, or the next one could be less, $50,000. So you just don't know. Now, you can, if you want, you can place them face down if you want. I'm just going by what the instructions say. The instructions actually tell you to leave them face up. So it's up to you how you want to play. If you want to keep it mysterious, you can keep it face down until you pick it up, or you know exactly how much it is, which might add a little strategy to it. When you go, well, look, oil is 60,000, bananas are only 10,000, that kind of thing. There's also a home port, which you'll see the little wheel here. Every time you land over here, not only will you get a sugar card, you will also get a home port bonus. This is the only one that is the same amount. Every single one of these is 20,000. It's just a little bonus for making it to the home port. And there, my friends, are the components. Now, the object of the game is the first player to get to $350,000 wins, or you can play a shorter game, whoever gets to $200,000. Or there's another way the game ends, is if one player loses all 4 of their ships in the storm, then at that point the game ends and everyone will tally up how much in goods they have, and whoever has the most points wins. And you have to remember, the person with that lost all 4 boats could possibly win as well. So all because their 4th boat got swept up doesn't necessarily mean they lost the game. If they had the most in goods than everybody else, then they could actually win. So that's the interesting part of it. Now, let me show you how you set this up. So everyone's going to have 1 boat at each of the ports. You're going to place the cloud in the middle of the board. Now you'll see here, there's a little tick right here. You see the little nick? That's always going to face north. Now, if you're not sure what north is on here, they actually have the words up here: north, east, south, and west. So it does help you out. So you're always going to place this north. So this is always going to be north. Okay. You're going to start. There's a little red circle in the middle. This is where you're going to start the cloud. So you're going to place this right, and you'll see there's like a little seeing eye thing here, like a little target. So you're going to put that right over the red to start off the game. And of course, you're going to have A facing the front, just like so. Wish this was a little more sturdy, but hey, it's 1975, so I can't complain. If they were to remake this game, I think it'd be really cool if they can remake this some way. But anyway, so you're going to place this right smack dab in the middle, okay? Now, after every person has had their turn, that's when you spin the spinner and the cloud goes on the move. Okay, so at the end of every round, I guess you could say, after everyone's had one turn, you're going to spin the spinner, and I'll show you that right now. So right now what we're going to do is, like I said, I have a 4-player. We'll go ahead and do a couple rolls here, and I'll show you how this works. So obviously everyone's going to roll, and whoever goes first goes first. This is only one way. Okay, so you can't, I'm going to go this way, because you see the arrows here, they'll tell you which way to go. And you can kind of tell by the shape here which way the boats will go. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and say this red boat will go 1. Okay, so red's going to start over here. You can start moving any of your boats at any spots. Okay, you can do that. So let's say it's yellow's turn. Yellow rolls a 5. Let's say yellow wants to come to lumber. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put red back over here. Okay. Then it'll be green's turn. Let's see what green rolls is also a 5. Now, if you want to, green can say, oh, I'm gonna bump yellow back to the port. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you land on the same exact spot as another boat, you knock them back to the previous port. Okay. Now, say for instance, in this look, say yellow got bumped out, and say all these spots were taken. Then this yellow boat not only has to go back here, but if it's full and there's nowhere to go, then he has to go all the way back to the previous port where there is a spot available. So just FYI on that. Okay. So we'll just put this, actually we'll put the red back over here. You can have no more than 2 of your boats in the same port. So that's one thing. So if you already have, say, you already have 2 red boats in here, you cannot put a 3rd boat in there. Okay. If the port is full, and say you got a boat coming this way, you would have to wait until one of these spots is available, and then you can finally put your boat in there and get your good amount. Okay. And if you're coming up and you roll more than that boat, obviously you can go right around it. Just count that spot and just go right through it. Okay. And let's see, the last boat that I haven't moved yet was, let's see, which one is it? Is it blue? Yeah, I don't think I've moved blue yet. So blue, we'll roll a 5. So blue is going to go ahead and move out here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, so now everyone has had a turn. Now, dun, 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 here comes the cloud. So what you're going to do is, let me put the spinner right here in the front here so you can see it. You're going to spin the spinner. Now, as you can see here, it says A. So we already have it set for A. And now it says south. So what happens is, it's actually going to move south all the way down to as far as it can go. Okay, that's what these areas mean here. Okay, since I spun south, what it's going to do is it's going to, since it's A, it's pretty much going to stay where it's at. It's going to go straight down until the very last black dot that's on the board, which is right here. As soon as you reach the last dot on the board, this is the only time you would pick up the cloud, take off any boats that are stuck on the bottom, and place them to the side, and they're out of the game. Then what you do is you're going to place the cloud, reset it back into the middle. So in that instance, there were no boats here, so that was safe. Nothing really happened there. Okay, so everybody was safe on that turn. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll again. And let's say it's 5 for, let's see, let's go red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just say everybody made their turn. Let's just say, put some boats out there like so. Okay, now, here we go with another spin. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, that's right on the line. Let's try it again. I keep liking that line over there. Okay, let's just say, for instance, it goes here. Okay. You have 3 different things you're looking at. First, this is the letter you're going to turn this cloud to. So, for instance, this is F. All right. So what you're going to do in a clockwise position, now, I think in most games, they have an arrow in here. So it shows you which way to turn it. For whatever reason, mine does not have that. I've watched other reviews on this, and I noticed that they all had little arrows in between. Mine doesn't have that. But what you're going to do is you're going to turn the cloud first to that corresponding letter. So in this case, it's F. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn, I think it's this way, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn, yeah, it's this way. So turn it this way to F. Okay, there's F. And now you're going to move it 10 spaces south. Okay, so what you're going to do I'm going to stand up for this, is you're going to bring it down 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It is at the end, okay? So what you're going to do is it reached the end, so you're going to go ahead and pick up the cloud. Now, if it scooped up any boats, that boat would be out of the game. You're going to pick it up. Oh, we have a red boat that got swallowed up by the magnet. So now the red boat is out of the game. So this is taken out of the game. Red has lost one boat. Blue got knocked over a little bit, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens. So if that does happen, all you do is you bring it to the closest boat. So sometimes it'll get way out here. All you do is just put it to the closest one like so, and you just fix it. And that boat does survive because it did not get swallowed up by the cloud. Then you're going to put it back because you made to the end of the game board here, the last row. You're going to put it back on A. The notch is going to face north, and you're going to put it back in the middle. So now red has lost a boat. Now say, for instance, the cloud is like this. Let's just say it's on here, and it's like this. If you have a boat that's right up against that cloud, you cannot drive, or I was going to say drive, you cannot have your boat go underneath the cloud. That boat will have to stay there until the cloud moves on, okay? Okay, it's kind of blocking your way. And besides, you don't want to go underneath there because you might get captured by the magnet anyway, so you don't want to do that anyway, okay? So that's one of the rules in the game, is that the cloud is blocking your path. The boat cannot go through. So you'd have to wait and hope that it doesn't spin your way like so, because then, dun dun dun, it'll get swallowed up. See? Okay, put that blue back over here. I'm gonna put this back over here, and we'll put that back in the middle, and so on. And so let me show you a couple other instances here. And this says B7 north. So what you would do is you would bring this over. You have to spin all the way around. Luckily, there's no boats in the vicinity. B, so I see I have it B. Then you move it 7 spots north. So in this case, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now that it's not at the end, it would not be picked up. So you don't pick it up. It stays where it's at. Okay? Why is it doing that? I think there's a crease right on the bottom there. Yeah, there's a crease right there. So unfortunately, it's not sitting. It's supposed to sit up. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it going. So there you go. So as you see, it went 7 up. And now it's sitting right there. So then no boats could go this way. And yeah, I mean, you're pretty much stuck that whole area right there. Okay. And like I said, as soon as the boat makes it to the port, this actually counts as a spot as well. You would pick up your lumber card and you would pick up $50,000 for that. And then you'd move on to the next one. And as soon as you reach sugar, you would pick up a sugar. And in this case, you get a home port bonus. As soon as you make your way over to bananas, you would pick up the top card. And that, in this case, it'd be $10,000. And then you make it over to the oil. So you can see the ones that are worth more points are the two on these ends because it's a longer route. So from lumber to sugar, it's a pretty long route. And then from bananas to the oil, it's a pretty long route. So you can see that the sugar and the oil are usually a little more expensive than the lumber and the bananas. That's just the way it is. And that's pretty much that's pretty much how you play the game. Like I said, the first player to $350,000 wins. Or you can play the shorter game, whoever gets $200,000 wins. Or the one player that loses all 4 of their boats, play ends. Everyone counts up, including the person that lost all 4 boats. Whoever has the most amount in goods wins the game.